A very good evening and welcome to the national broadcast. I'm Malsha Dharmavardhana.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Javed Bongzo and we begin with the headlines of tonight's news.
The government says mastermind of the Easter Sunday attack, Naufal Maulavi, is in custody. Financial assistance to recultivate tea plants has been increased by 100,000 rupees. The Trade Minister says in Parliament that coconut oil with cancerous substances has not been found from the marketplace. Cabinet approves to purchase 6 million more doses of Russian Sputnik 5 vaccine. Special transport services are in operation for the people leaving for their villages in the new year. A decisive meeting on Iran nuclear agreement takes place today.
Now for those and other stories in detail. Minister Sarath Veerasekara said that the mastermind of Easter Sunday attack, Naufal Maulavi, is in custody. He expressed these views during a media briefing today at the Government Information Department to inform about future measures of the Easter Sunday Commission report. Mr. Chamal Rajapaksa said that if action was taken at proper time, the April 21st incident would not have occurred. Attention was paid about the lengthy statement made in Parliament in 2016 by MP Vijaydas Rajapaksa. There is information in that statement. He questioned as to what the previous government did about the statement of a former minister. Former ASP of Kagala Police Kamal Pereira had conducted an initial investigation. Suspects have been taken following that investigation and a B report has been submitted to the courts. There are names in that and action has not been taken.
ඊට පස්සේ ඒ සිද්ධියෙම හේතු වෙලා තමයි විල්පත්වේ 2019 අප්‍රේල් 29 වෙනිදා වනාත විල්ලුවේ කට්ටියක් පුරණ ද්‍රව්‍ය හදලා තරංගුවට ගත්තා. එතන ළමයි වගේක් හම්බුණා. මේ ළමයි දෙන්න නිදාස් කරගෙන තියෙනවා. එතෙන්දී මේ ළමයි නිදාස් කර ගැනීම සඳහා දා හිටපු ජනාධිපතිතුමාට නියෝගයක් ලබා දීලා තියෙනවා. සුරේෂ් සලේ තමයි උද්‍යාංශ ප්‍රධාන හැටියට හිටියේ. එතුමා ඊටමත් පැහැදිලිව සහරාන්ගේ කණ්ඩායම් පිළිබඳව තොරතුරු ආරක්ෂක මණ්ඩලයට කතා කරාට පස්සේ එදා හිටපු අගමැතිතුමා ඒ කතාවල් සම්පූර්ණව ප්‍රතික්ෂේප කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ඊට පස්සේදා එතනින් අස් කළා එයා වෙනත් තැනකට යවලා තියෙනවා. ගින්තොට සිංහල මුස්ලිම් කෝලහලේ. ඒකටත් දේශපාලඥයෙක් මැදිහත් වෙලා තියෙනවා දකුණු පළාතේ. ඒ ගැන සොයන්න වෙනවා පොලිසිය. व्यवस्थाවට අනුව 2015 මැතිවරණයේදී සහරාන් සහාය කණ්ඩායම නැගෙනහිර පළාතේ හිටපු පළාත් සභා මන්ත්‍රී කෙනෙක් ශිබ්ලි ෆාරු කියන මන්ත්‍රීතුමාගේ සම්බන්ධයෙන් මුස්ලිම් කොංග්‍රසයට සහයෝගය දක්වලා තියෙනවා. ඒකට මුස්ලිම් කොංග්‍රසය ඒ නියෝජිතයොත් 2015 රජයේ ප්‍රධාන භාග්‍යයුතු අමාත්‍ය දුර ලබලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒවත් සොයන්න වෙනවා මේ ඉස්සරහට ඒ අයත් මේට අනුබල ආධාර දුන්නාද?
මහමලකරු කවුද කියන එක දැන්ටවත් අපි
Minister Sarath Veerasekara said that the mastermind is Naufal Maulavi. He is following an ideology called Hajjul Abbal. He is in remand custody now. Court cases have been filed against 32 and 211 are in remand custody. 75 are in detention orders.
The Nakat Seed Tour, or the scroll with auspicious time of the Sinhala and the Tamil New Year, was handed over to the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa today, according to the traditions. State Minister Vidura Vikramanayake handed over the document to the President following age-old traditions. The Nakat Seed Tour includes auspicious times to cook food, to light the hearth, to partake food, anointing oil and to leave for employment. Secretary to the Ministry of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Professor Kapila Gunawardena, and a group of state officials were present on the occasion.
The financial assistance given to recultivate tea plants have been increased from 400,000 rupees to 500,000 rupees per hectare of land. Cabinet Media spokesman Minister Kehelia Rambukwala mentioned this today during a media briefing to inform cabinet decisions at the Government Information Department. The total tea production in 2019 was 300 million kilograms. Tea smallholders had contributed to 75% of the production, which is about 225 million kilograms. It takes 4 years to earn an income after recultivation of tea, which is also costly. As a result, the enthusiasm for recultivations has reduced. The government says that the financial assistance has been increased to minimize the situation. It is expected to produce 360 million kilograms of tea by 2025. The Cabinet has approved to implement an integrated plan for projects of the National Water Supply and Drainage Board for the period between 2020 and 2025. Minister ChannelEye Rupavahini said that funds are allocated annually for water supply. However, he said that the usage of funds is less than 50%. He added that a proposal has been made to lay 40,000 kilograms of pipes. The minister further said that by 2025, 78.8% would be provided with drinking water. He said that the government expects to implement a program called Clean Water for Everyone by 2031. Therefore, the Cabinet has approved to remove obstacles and to improve subsystems. Constructions of Batticaloa and Vaunia Special Economic Centres have been completed. Constructions of the first phase of Jaffna Special Economic Centre are in the last stages. The Cabinet has approved to set up a management trust for the management of the economic centres and to allocate business premises under a streamlined methodology. The Cabinet has approved to establish a digital archives for the National Archives Library. The Cabinet has approved to abolish Tourism Act No. 38 of 2005 and to introduce a new bill. A new authority will be established by joining Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau and Sri Lanka Convention Bureau with the name of Sri Lanka Tourist Authority.
The government has decided to purchase another 6 million doses of Russian Sputnik 5 vaccine. During the Cabinet press briefing today, Minister ChannelEye Rupavahini said that the Cabinet approved the proposal submitted by Health Minister Pavitra Wanniarachchi in this regard. ChannelEye Rupavahini said that a decision has been taken to purchase 6 billion doses of Sputnik 5 vaccine. He said the government has allocated $69.65 million to purchase the vaccine. He said 6.5 million can use the vaccine along with 7 million bought earlier. Sinopharm vaccine for Chinese nationals were given at the Colombo port city today. 1,000 Chinese nationals have been given the vaccine. The number of recoveries from COVID-19 has reached 90,708. It is a percentage of 96.82. Another 2,396 patients are undergoing treatment. Another 95 COVID-19 patients were detected in the island today. 145 recovered patients left the hospital today. 5 COVID-19 deaths were reported yesterday. 2 residents of Battaramulla, 2 residents of Colombo 10 and 1 resident of Jaffna were among them. Permission have been given to open tuition classes in the Western Province from the 12th. Army Commander General Shavendra Silva said that it is not necessary to get the approval of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs when Sri Lankans in overseas are arriving in the country. Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna MP Anura Priyadarshana Yapa says that providing the people food without toxins is the policy of the government. He pointed out that it has been mentioned in the Vistas of Prosperity policy statement. He mentioned this during a media briefing of Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna in Colombo today. MP Anura Priyadarshana Yapa said that there is about 8 to 9 coconut oil refineries in country and these unrefined coconut oil have been bought to them. There is a system at Health Ministry to approve such coconut oil. He said that it has been approved by the unit under the Health Ministry and other laboratories. At this instant, it has not been approved. He said that steps should be taken to provide food without toxins to people. He further said that steps will be taken to dump those methodically from the inception to the certification. He added that the government, when it came to power, said that food without toxins could be provided to the people. Kandy District Secretary Chandana Teranakon says that all development programs at Meemure should be implemented, protecting the history, beauty and the culture of the village. He mentioned this while attending to look into the progress of the Gamma Samaga Pilisandara program. During the Gamma Samaga Pilisandara program at Mimure, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that all development programs should be implemented without harming the environment, culture and the civilian lives. The district secretary said that proposals submitted on that day were given approval on the same day and the short-term projects can be given approval on the same day, completed by end of May. A large number of tourists visit Mimure, which is an environmental sensitive World Heritage. A committee was appointed to minimize damage caused by visitors. The proposals made to the president by the villagers are now being implemented. Constructions of including transport, banking, electricity and roads have been completed. The district secretary said that active participation of officials and villagers should be given to complete all projects soon with high quality. A group of villagers, including Chief Prelate of Mimure, Sudarshana Ramaya Temple, Venerable Valala Sumana Thera and the government officials were present on the occasion.
Minister of Trade Bandula Gunawardena said in Parliament today that according to tests conducted, coconut oil with cancerous substances was not found from the marketplace. He said that certain groups publicized false information to frighten the people. The minister mentioned this as a reply to questions raised in Parliament by the opposition leader. Opposition leader Sajid Premadas said that it has been confirmed there is cancer-causing substances in the coconut oil in the containers. Although the government says those coconut oil have not been released to the market, there are reports which state that there are cancer-causing coconut oil in the market. Minister of Trade Bandula Gunawardena said it is not true. It has not been confirmed that there is cancer-causing substances in the coconut oil in the country. He said that they have looked into them and it has been confirmed that there is no cancer-causing substances in those coconut oils. Mr. Chandimal Jayasinghe says that the organizers of the Mrs. World pageant informed to crown Pushpika De Silva according to the final decision of the judges of Mrs. Sri Lanka 2020. Accordingly, Pushpika De Silva has been crowned Mrs. Sri Lanka 2020 again. The Mrs. Sri Lanka 2020 pageant held at Nelumpukuna recently and Pushpika De Silva was crowned as Mrs. Sri Lanka 2020. She was crowned by the previous Mrs. World Caroline Jury. However, making an announcement at the time, Caroline Jury said that the second runner-up will be crowned as Pushpika De Silva has been divorced. She was stripped of her crown and the runner-up Asha Basnayaka has been crowned. The organizers of Mrs. World has issued a statement announcing their regret over the incident. Meanwhile, Caroline Jury have been summoned to Cinnamon Garden Police Station to get a statement. Mrs. Sri Lanka 2020 Pushpika De Silva attended a media briefing this afternoon at Shangri-La Hotel in Colombo.
"18 people injured after a private bus toppled over a canal at Teladinnavawa area on Dambulla Galkiriyagama main road. The driver of the bus said that the accident occurred due to a technical fault of the bus which was playing from Galkiriyagama to Dambulla. The injured have been admitted to Dambulla Base Hospital. Among them are 5 men and 13 women. Hospital sources said that some of them are in critical condition. 2 parcels thrown into women's section of the Valikada prison from outside were found today. Borala police said that 9 mobile phones, 5 SIMs, 14 mobile phone batteries and 8 chargers were found from the parcel.
Special transport services will be in operation from the 9th to the 16th for the convenience of the public who will be visiting their villages for the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Steps have been taken to deploy additional train and buses in this regard. Minister Gamini Lokuge explained about the arrangements during a media briefing held today. It was explained about the way the bus fares would be charged when deploying additional buses for the New Year season and carrying passengers according to the number of seats.
Minister Namal Rajapaksa says PD programs should be implemented to build up children's future economic and social status under new methodology in parallel to children's education in order to develop their professional knowledge. He made this statement in committee meeting held at District Secretariat Office in Trincomalee. The objective of this committee is to strengthen the national economy through public-centric economy by empowering rural people. The attention has been paid by various problems faced by rural entrepreneurs who engage in small-scale industries. Minister Namal Rajapaksa is the chairman of this committee. Co-chairman of the Trincomalee Committee, Eastern Provincial Councillor Anuradha Yahampath and Parliamentarian Kapila Nuwan Athukorala and State Minister Lasantha Alagiyawanna, Priyanka Rajaratna, Sisira Jayakudi and Thenuka Vidanagama and other state officials participated at the meeting. Minister Douglas Devananda says that steps will be taken to get the release of 12 fishermen and 2 boats under the custody of Myanmar. The relatives of the fishermen recently met the minister. He said that speedy steps will be taken after discussions with the President and Prime Minister. Ratmalana Public Market Complex, which was built as a joint project with Dehiwala Mount Lavnia Municipal Council and Urban Development Authority, was vested with the public today. Minister Gamini Lokuge, Mayor, and a group of public representatives were present at the occasion. The 13th commemoration of the former minister Jayraj Fernandapule took place today in front of the Kanti grounds. It was held under the patronage of State Minister Sudarshini Fernandapule. School equipment and scholarships were offered to students of low-income families in Vaunia yesterday. It has been organized at the Bogaswava School to coincide with the Gama Samaga Pilisanda program to held under the patronage of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Gifts were presented to a group of volunteer teachers at the schools.
And that's it for tonight's news. Watch us tomorrow at the very same time. Good night.
Good night.